Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy, it's a pleasure. It's an honor to be out here in nature and bring this message of self-realization to you, pointing you to look inwardly to discover your true identity, to be your divinity. And as I always teach you that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. That the Bible is not literal, neither is it secular history. And I want to say thanks to Abdullah for teaching Neville Goddard this truth about the Bible, so that Neville in turn could have teach this message to the rest of humanity. Thus the reason why I want to speak to you concerning how you must call upon self for whatever you need, that you must call upon self and believe in yourself. How positive thinking would even change your DNA, and negative thinking would do the same, and it will bring you into a paradigm, whichever way you choose to think. And that we have to change our paradigm. There must be a paradigm shift for us. Now I'm speaking from the standpoint of one who lives in what they call a third world country, or a so-called third world country. But what make countries like my country third world country is because of the people mentality, because they have been taught to have a poverty mentality, which is basically a poverty of imagination, or a lack of imagination. That's the reason why most people in my country depend on academic education, and everybody in my country is leaving school with an education, having an employee mentality. That's the reason why if you go in the city, most of the businesses are owned by foreigners, people who come in and enslave the people because of their mentality. And they take this education and mentality and they mix it also with religion. Most specifically in my country, it's Christianity. But here was Abdullah, the black mystic from Ethiopia, an ancestor and an elder, a mentor to Neville Goddard. He wasn't trying to use anyone or deceive anyone. He wanted us to bring a message that would uplift all of humanity. So he taught Neville how it starts is what is creating his reality, by teaching him how the Bible is supposed to be interpreted correctly. While in my country, most people believe that the Bible is literal and that it is secular history. That's the reason why many of them turn around and call me crazy. But when they do that, they are fulfilling St. John chapter 10. Many are crying out when they hear me speak and saying blasphemy. But they have to play their part and I have to play my part. They are fulfilling St. John chapter 10. Many are saying he's demon possessed. They have to play their part and I have to play my part. Abdullah had to play his part and Neville had to play his part. Because everything, this whole life is the game of life. And you have a choice to choose whatever part you want to play. So my brother and my sisters, that's the reason why I always encourage you to believe in yourself. Because the self of man is God. For God and man are one. Because God is your own human imagination, the creator in man. That's the reason why St. John 1:3 tells you without him, there isn't anything made that was made. And all things was made by him. That him is not a man who existed 2,000 years ago with special powers. That him is a personification of your own human imagination, which is the creator in man. That's the reason why everything you see, it was first a thought. It was first imagined. All the science, all the technology, it was first a thought, it was first imagined. So while there's people all around the world who's using their imagination and making use of the 5 mental faculties that they were born in, On another side of the world, there are people who believe so much in education and believe that is the key to success instead of believing in the power within themselves. So the things that were given to them for free, they put no value in them. So they put no value on their will, their reasoning, their perception, their imagination, and all the other faculties. They put no value in them, but the things that they pay money for, they put value in them. They put value and education more over their own human imagination. That means these people who are living like that, they are living a life of mediocrity. They are living a life of limitation. And when they live this life of limitation, when reality strikes them, they turn to religion. So when people like me speak the truth, they will call me a crazy man for speaking the truth, because everyone conform and everybody is living a life of conformity instead of being transformed by the renewing of their mind. That's the reason why many are tied up in Christianity, believing that the Bible is literal, believing that the Bible is secular history, not knowing that the ark is their own body that have 3 levels, which is the physical level, the psychological level, and the spiritual level. And when it says 2 of everything, male and female, teaching you the law of gender, teaching you about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, and show you knew that everything exists in the human imagination. And many people can't understand that. And people really believe a man built a literal boat, not knowing Noah, being the 8th soul, represent your eternal self. Because 8 represents eternity, no beginning, no end. It's 2 zeros that cross each other. So my brother and my sisters, you got to believe in yourself. You have to trust your own human imagination to create your reality, because your thoughts is what is creating your reality. Thus you have to learn to create your reality consciously by looking inwardly and understand that there's no one to change but yourself. So religion, especially Christianity, have you thinking that other people need to change instead of you need to change, because you're the one who's responsible for yourself. So yes, my brother and my sisters, as I was saying, this was the lesson that Abdul was teaching Neville, that Neville could have come and bring a lecture to you where he tells you to call upon self, what you say, to believe in yourself, to trust your own human imagination, because that is the creator in man. So I believe I would have gotten my message across to you, and I'm encouraging you to continue to believe in yourself. And I have some meditation techniques and so on for you, and I encourage you when I upload them to really get into it and to prove what I am saying, because I'm not speaking theory. I'm also presenting the practical for you to work in your life and prove for yourself what I am saying. So with that being said, I want to thank you very much, and I want to encourage you, if this message that I'm bringing to you, if it's resonating with you and you haven't subscribed already, I'm encouraging you to subscribe, to like, to comment, to share this message, and to remember that this message I bring to you, it is the single eye message of self-realization, of which Matthew 6:22 teaches us that if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. And hadn't it been that I would have had that experience where I wake within myself and I sound like a fiery being and exit my skull and became invisible, I would not have been here giving you the sign of the single eye, saying to you that when it happens to you, that you will come to discover that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N, and that it is the dawning of a new day in your life. For the sun parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun, there is no life and there is no light. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. Therefore, my brother and my sisters, my encouragement to you is to use your mind power, which is your solar power, to achieve your every desire. So with that being said, I want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.